for an end of the year thing. So I say we just start reading. Let's read Act 1, see where we get, maybe read Act 2. I've got an activity for us that has to do with this play, and I've got a bunch of clips from twin movies that we want to watch to get into the activity. Turns out there are a lot of movies about twins. You twins ever notice that?
Yeah.
And they're hardly ever actually played by twins, but there are so many, like, yeah, that's true, except for, have you ever seen Twin Dragons with Jackie Chan?
No.
Okay, that one's worth it.
Well, yeah, it's a Jackie Chan.
Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, but I think we should like see where we get to in reading it first, so that it's not like we're not rushing the reading part. So I've got costumes. If you play a role, you can have a costume. Let's see, there's so much in here. You know, lots of dresses, which we don't have any women here at the beginning, but you know, you can still wear a dress if you want. We've got hats with feathers.
For a different funny hat.
I like this little cap. We've got some kind of crazy cape. Yeah, we don't really. I mean, the Duke could wear this, but the Duke could also. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. People can have swords here. Let me get out.
Yeah, the jailer can have the knight's helmet and the sword.
There aren't any knights, but you know, you can get creative. There are a lot of fancy dresses. Dromio could wear a jester's cap if he wanted to, because he's a little bit foolish. And here's the king's hat.
Incredible.
So, and then there's a bunch of like tunics and stuff. So if you get it, if you want to be a character, you can dress up or not. It's your choice. But it might make things a little bit easier because these are twins, and we can tell them apart a little bit.
They can be twins more than
Just always.
There's two sets of twins though.
Yeah, there's two sets of twins.
They play both of them. Two sets of twins interact so often, it would just be them talking to themselves.
All right, Egon is that how we pronounce it?
Aegean.
I've always pronounced it wrong. Aegean, thank you. I'm realizing I don't necessarily know how to pronounce any of them. Aegean is like the grieving father, who is like very sad that his son is okay. Go ahead. The Duke is a Duke. He's somebody who's like, sorry, I don't want to kill you, but I'm gonna have to kill you. Anyone want to say the Duke?
I can be the Duke.
Yeah, all right.
No.
The jailer has one single line, so if, Emma.
Let me get over here and find something to go along with my silly hat.
All right, first merchant, just a guy in the town, yeah?
Kid, what screams rich? This is pretty business.
I say Antipholus, is that not right?
No,
Antipholus is, yeah.
Okay, Antipholus of Syracuse, this is one of the twins. Who wants to be that? Baz. Dromio of Syracuse is like his bro. His bro, his kind of foolish, oh, that's a good fit, Luke.
Do you want the actual crown?
No, I like that one a little bit.
I especially like that it's technically not even married yet. Do both of them. Sure, I'll play Dromio, I guess.
Dromio, okay.
It'll be my goal to mispronounce the name of everyone in this show.
Okay, so this is Dromio of Syracuse. That's this Antipholus' servant. Dromio of Ephesus is also in Act 1. Matt.
Much funny hat. That one that makes it.
There's some good vests. Oh, good. Adeline found a vest. Wait, Addie, do you want a costume?
I'm gonna close the door.
Oh, alas. Okay, yeah, you can close the door.
Today we will be LARPing.
Oh, that's a fancier jester's hat. I didn't find that one yesterday.
It's just built different.
I just want a hat.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. You can have a hat. Everyone looks so good.
I'm taking a hat as well.
Yeah, mention have a sword. I mean, why not?
Okay, I'm a prisoner, so I shouldn't have.
I don't think this is good.
The jailer for sure should
Oh,
have a
yeah.
sword.
I feel like
Some
I
of the
put it on my-
swords are kind of busted.
It's actually big enough for my head. What is this?
This is like big enough to actually.
Can we move the
Like a
desk
pirate.
and actually
I feel
act
like
it out?
Yeah, do you want to?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just throwing it over my shoulders because it doesn't fit. on
It
our-
does look like a captain, so.
I feel like
I think I found
All right, I actually don't think we need to move the desk. We can just be up here because at any one time, there's only like 3 people in the scene, so.
Oh, yeah.
I should have worn my pink today. Bill Luke's big, excellent sword holders. It's a little small, but I'm large and also.
Oh, I like it. I think it's actually a really cool shirt. Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Get another group picture of us in our costume. I'm not covering up the world.
Hold on.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
would've been
This
fun.
one going.
Hold on, can I
I
need one
feel
of the
like
smaller
you had so many.
I'm gonna see if I can like.
It's not too late.
Yeah, let's do an AP1 group chat where we just send comedy of errors memes.
Hey,
Oh, there's some intense masks in there. Did you see the like weird steampunk one?
I'm sure that fits well in Shakespeare.
I mean, you can always change certain aspects of Shakespeare. Ours was about 19.
What is this schedule on the opera?
Oh yeah, that red one to me, it looks like it could be in like a slasher movie.
Yeah.
Like, the killer could.
Yeah.
Mhm. But wait, there's this one.
There's this really crazy one. Wait a second.
This is not gonna fit on my large head.
Yeah.
Is there nothing we can use like on that window? Yo,
wait,
wait,
that
shield.
I just really want a hat.
And I love
Oh, the shield.
Oh, God,
Taking
that's
the shield.
That's cool, right?
Behold the jester is armed.
Eminem is long enough. Trixie's not even playing a character. You're just a knight that's watching the performance.
I'm making sure nobody
Security.
actually dies. Security, yeah. I'll be security with you.
Okay, so Act 1, Scene 1, we've got Aegean and the Duke. The jailer is kind of off to the side. If you want to, you can come in when it's your line. Okay. Are we recording? We are recording, so Kylie can see. All right, and I will play the stage directions so that we kind of know who's entering and who's not. So enter Silenus, the Duke of Ephesus, with Silenius. No. Silenus, maybe. Solinus. Okay. Anyway, we're not gonna say his name, right? Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Aegean says it later. All right. The Duke of Ephesus with Aegean, the merchant of Syracuse, and the jailer and other attendants. All right, Aegean, go ahead.
The Steve name I won't pronounce because I'm scared.
No, just say it however. Solidius is great.
Fear by fall and by the doom of death and woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, please, I am not partial to any friends or laws, but enmity and discord of which they sprung from the rancorous range of your feet. Two merchants are well-dealing countrymen who, waiting guilders to receive their lands, have sealed his rigorous statutes with their blood. Excludes all pity from threatening his foes. For since the mortal and intestine jars, twixt the seditious countrymen us, for hath in solemn snods been decreed, both by the Syracusans and ourselves, but to admit no traffic on our adverse towns. Nay, more, if born and Ephesus be seen as Syracusan marks and fairs, again, any Syracusan born come to the bay of Euphrates, he dies. his goods confiscate to the Duke's dispose.
Hats everywhere.
Unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and ransom him, a substance valued at the highest rate cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die.
I comfort. Your words are done, my woes, and likewise the evening sun.
Well, Syracusian, say in brief the cause why thou departest from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephesus.
Here we go.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I speak my griefs and unspeakable. Yet that the world may witness that my end was wrought by nature, not by vile offense. I'll utter what my sorrow gives me leave. In Syracusa I was born, and wed unto a woman happy but for me. And by me, not our half had. With her I lived in joy. Our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made to Epidemius, to my factor's death, and the great care of goods that random left. Drew me from kind embracements of my spouse, from whom my absent was not 6 months old, before herself, almost a fainting under the present hardships that woman there had made provision for her following, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, but she became joyful mother of 2 goodly sons, and which was strange, the one so like the other, as could not be distinguished but by name. That very hour, and in the selfsame inn, a mean woman was delivered, of such a burden, male to it, both alike. Those for their parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to a text-back son. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return. Unwilling, I agreed. Alas, too soon we came aboard. A lady from Epidemius, had we sailed before the always window bang gave any tragic instance of our harm, but longer did we not retain much hope for what stirred like the heavens to grant. Did but convey unto our fearful minds that award to be at death, which though myself would gladly have embraced, yet the excessive weeping of my wife, making me for what she saw must come, and piteous plainings of the pretty babes, that mourned for fashion, ignorant what to fear, forcefully seek delays for them and me. And this it was, for other means was none. The sailors sought for safety by our boat, not the ship, and sinking right to us. My wife, more careful for the latter born, had fastened him onto a small spare mast, such as seafaring men provide for storms. To him, one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been like people of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves at either end of the mast, and, floating straight, obedient to the stream, was carried towards the good, as we thought.
Page
And at length the sun gazing upon the earth dispersed the vapors that offended us, and by the benefit of his bush light, the sea waxed calm, and we discovered 2 ships from far making a haste to us, with Corinth's badge of Epidaurus fed. But ere they came, oh, let me say no more. Gather the sequel by that went before.
Okay, pause for a second. Give a GN time to catch his breath.
I was laughing at you, I was laughing at Rob, because I just looked over at
That is terrifying.
He's like, he's like that. I was like,
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's scary. Okay, so tell me about a GN's character so far. What kind of a guy is he like?
He likes to talk a lot.
He likes to kind of pontificate for sure. He wants to tell his story.
Trying to overly justify why he should not be killed.
Although, like, he also seems very happy about death
Yeah.
frequently, right? Like, he's a bit suicidal, this guy. He's like, great, I've been captured, and by the doom of death end woes and all. Like, let death put me out of my misery. And even when he's telling this story, he's like, I would have been fine if we had all died, but my wife wouldn't have, so we had to save ourselves. Like, he's just very on the edge. Yeah.
This is another character I'm loving.
So tell me, what's the story here? Like, what's the setup? Yeah, Matthew.
So the king and his wife are married. They're not too long, but the king goes on a long voyage on the ship, makes it.
Mm-hmm.
has twins, find some poor people having it. And because they're poor, they don't deserve children. Because the children are terrible as they're poor. They're bought them
Yep.
to be servants for his cool.
Because he's the good guy.
Then they're like, they go home because that poor place is depressing. They get caught in a shipwreck, they find some sailors, goes wrong for them.
Yeah, good. So in this like shipwreck, then the wife is and one set of twins, Dromio, we'll find out is the servant twin and the rich twin. They're tied to one mast, and the husband and the other twins are tied to another mast. You can kind of figure out what's gonna happen, right? Like, one more thing I wanted to check in with you about. Oh, why does the Duke want to kill Aegeon here at the beginning?
Owes him money.
Kind of. Matthew?
So the two cities, Syracuse
I got
and
the
Ephesus are at war, they hate each other. So it
Yeah.
shows that if you come to my city, I will kill you, you must pay $1,000. You cannot.
Yeah, and Aegeon does not have $1,000. So Aegeon's just like, all right, fine, kill me then. And the Duke is like, well, tell me your story. Why are you here? One little phrase I wanted to point out is when he says, of such a mean woman was delivered. A mean, not meaning like mean, but like in the King Lear sense, like kind of poor, right? Of such a burden, male twins, both alike. When I read that this weekend, I was like, such a burden, male twins, both alike, such a burden.
Yeah, something about right.
All right. Okay, so we were at the Duke on page 13.
Comedy of errors, but it's set in Syracuse, Utah instead of Syracuse, Italy.
Oh, that'd be fun. They hate each other.
Nice spin off.
Okay, sorry.
Nay, forward, old man, do not break up so, for we may pity through though not pardon thee.
Oh, had the gods done so, I had not now worthily turned these then merciless to us. For ere the ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock, which being violently borne upon our helpless ships split in bits. So that in the unjust divorce of us, fortune had left to both of us alike, so delighted with sorrow for. Her parts, poor souls, seeming as burdened with lesser weight, but not with lesser woe, carried with more speed before the wind, and in our sight they three were taken up by fishermen of Corinth. As we thought, at length another ship had seized on us, and knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave healthful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and would have reft the fishes of their prey, had not their bark been very slow sailed. And therefore homeward did they bend their course, thus have you hurt me, severed from my bliss, that by misfortunes of my life so long to tell sad stories of my own mishaps.
And for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favor to dilate us through what have be all of them and
My youngest boy and yet my eldest care at 18 years became inquisitive. After his brother and worded me that his intent, but his case was like wrecked on his brother, but retained his name. I bare him company and requested him, whom whilst I labored in the love of sea, I hazarded the loss of to my love. 5 summers have I spent in farthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephesus, hopeless to find yet loath to leave unsought, or any place that harbors men. But there must end the story of my life, and happy were I in my timely death, could all my travels forth me, Taylor.
hapless Aegeon, whom the fates have mocked. To bear the extremity of dire mishap, now trust me, was not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, which princes would they may not dissemule, my soul should sue as an advocate for thee, but thou art adjudged to death. And past sentence may not be recalled, but to our honor's great disparagement, yet will I favor thee in what I can. Therefore, Mancha, I'll limit thee this day, to seek thy life by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in thee first, beg thou, or borrow, or make up the sum, unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit. the
Oh,
tenant.
wrong one. You're on 17 now. and live.
And live. If no, thou art doomed to die. Shall I take you to the hostel?
I will, my lord.
Exit chamber. All right, couple details there. One, it's that the son who was stayed with the father is so kind of like obsessed with finding his brother. He took on his brother's name. So now the two boys, wherever they are, have the same names. And then the Duke offers him a deal and says, hey, if you can get enough money, if you can get the 1,000 marks by, when is it, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you don't have to die. He's like, I pity you. If it weren't for the law, I would, excuse this behavior, but sorry, it's the law, so you gotta get these.
Great motive still.
Yeah, exactly. All right, scene 2, we've got the first merchant. We got Antipholus of Syracuse.
Oh, no.
We've got Dromio of Syracuse. And then in a little bit later, Dromio of Ephesus is gonna come in. Okay, go ahead. So enter Antipholus, merchant, and Dromio of Syracuse.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know if I can do a good Mr.
We
Kraft.
should have done the thing we did in Streetcar Named Desire where we picked out characters.
We will do this. I figured for the first 2, we do it straight, so we kind of get a sense of it, and then we do that. Yeah,
That'll be-
yeah,
Very faithful to the source material.
exactly.
Therefore, give out you are of epidemia. Lest that your goods do soon be confiscated. This very day at Syracuse, merchant is apprehended for arrival here, and not being able to buy out his own life according to the statute of his town. Dazir, weary sun set in the west. There is your money that I have kept.
He gives them the money.
Go bear it to the centaur where we host and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour will be dinner time. Till that, I'll view the manners of the town. Curse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and return and sleep within my name. For with long travel I'm stiff weary. Get thee away.
Many a man would take you at your word and go indeed, having so good a mean.
So basically, Dromio, he gives Dromio the money to go take it back to the inn, and Dromio is like, man, you must trust me a lot because I can just steal this money. Yeah.
So good at
Trusty
this
villain, sir, that very oft. I am dull with care and melancholy, why into my humor with the very jest. What will you want with me about the town of this when my inn is back to me?
I am invited, sir, to certain merchants. I hope to make my benefit. I crave your pardon soon at 5 o'clock. Please do. I'll meet with you upon the march, and afterwards consort you till bedtime. My present business calls me from you now.
Well, farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down.
Sir, I commend you I commend you to your own consent.
By merchants.
And he flies away.
He that commends me to mine own consent, commends me to the thing I cannot get. I to the world am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop, who falling there to find his own fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I to find a mother and a brother, best of them, unhappy to see myself.
Enter
Here
Dromio.
comes the
Yeah.
outline of my true date. What now? How chance thou art returned to so soon?
Return so soon? Rather approach too late. The carver burns, the pig falls in spit. The clock has struck 12 upon the bell. My mistress made wild. She is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you are not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach having broke your fast. But we that know kiss you fast and pray are penitent to your default today.
Stop in your wits, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left your money that I gave you?
Oh no.
Oh, 6 pence ahead of Wednesday last? To pay the saddler from a mistress career? The saddler had it, sir. I kept it not.
I am not in a sportive humor now. Tell me in value now, where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge thine own custody?
I pray you, just sir. As you sit at dinner, I am from my mistress come to you post. If I return, I shall be post indeed. Methinks, for she will scour your faults upon my plate. Methinks your maul like mine shall be your, and strike you home without a message.
Come, Dromio, come. You stress are out of season. Reserve them till merrier hour than this. Where's the gold I gave you? In charge to be.
To me, sir, what you gave me no gold.
Come on, Sir Knave, have done your foolishness and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was but to fetch you from the mart home to your house, the Phoenix, sir, to dinner. My mistress and her sister stays for you.
Now, as I am a Christian, answer me what safe place you have bestowed my money, or I shall break that merry sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I am undisposed. Where is the 1,000 marks thou hast with me?
I had some marks upon your face, but some of my mistress marks upon my shoulder. About 1,000 marks between you both. If I should pay your worship those again, perchance you will not bear them patient.
Thy mistress's marks, what mistress slave hast thou?
Your worship's wife, my mistress at the Phoenix, she doth fast until you come home to dinner. And praise are you hide?
Yeah.
That you hide to home to dinner.
What, wilt thou flout me thus into my face, being forbid? There, take you that, Sir Knave.
Beat him.
Beat him, beat him.
What mean you, sir? For God's sakes, hold your hand. Nay, not on you. Nay, and you will not, sir. I'll take my heels.
He runs away.
The only way I can imagine that is him breaking into some Gillies.
By some device or other, the villain is overwrought of all my money. They say this town is full of cozenage, as nimble jugglers that the CPI. Dark working sorcerers that change the mind, soul killing witches that form the body, disguised cheaters, crowding mountebanks, and many such like liberties of sin. If it proves so, I will be gone the sooner. I'll go to the Centaur to go seek this slave. I greatly fear my mother's house.
All right, and scene. Well done, players. You were a good
do a
one.
Mr. Krabs impression while reading Shakespeare.
Yeah, right, but you did it. You really did it. Okay, so this comedy is genre called a farce. A farce is based upon a series of kind of unbelievable, exaggerated coincidences that create like absurd situations, right? It's such a big coincidence that these two sets of twins got separated in this way, find themselves in the same town that their father is also in, you know? And the farce is dependent on sort of misunderstandings. A lot of times, if someone would just like speak up for 2 seconds, a farce would like crumble and all would be solved, you know? It's like this lack of communication. But they never do, because that's the source of the comedy. So there has been so many farces built on twins. And I want to show you some clips from. Okay, if you weren't here, I forgot to record this next part. So they are making short plays that either prove that being a twin is an advantage or prove that being twin is a disadvantage. And they're trying to make a farce. A farce is like, I think I explained this on the recording, but a farce involves some kind of coincidence for humorous purposes or some kind of trickery. So half the room is doing twin as an advantage, half the room is doing twin as a disadvantage. You can choose which one you want to do. And then you're writing a little 15-line play that in whatever setting you want that proves that theme. And you want to incorporate at least one line from Act 1 of Comedy of Errors. So that's what you'll be turning in today as part of your participation in the unit. All right, here are their plays that they came up with. Okay, should we start with advantage?
Yeah.
All right, let's start with the happy.
Yeah, we'll be right here. Do you want us to announce the characters that we're going to
No,
play?
no,
Oh yeah, if it's confusing, for sure.
Okay, I will be playing Mark. I'm
One of the-
Ralphie Spot. Yeah, I'm Mark Spot, by the way.
I'm Officer Stripe.
I'm the witness and intern too.
Witness protection.
It looks like he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm intern one.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. We gotta reset this.
I'm glad they let someone so heavily armed into the police station.
Right for the boot.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
my tiny revolver.
Oh, okay.
This is my
46
phone.
witches.
All right. Confess, we know you did it. Did what? Wait.
The crime. You robbed a bank, set the bank on fire, ran away, robbed the jewelry store that was right next to the bank. No. Yeah, we have a witness right here saying that you
You
did
pointed
it.
the AR-15 in my head.
I was at the gas station on the corner of 72nd and State Street. You can check the CCTV. I was there.
You're holding the gun right now.
Oh my God, this is hard. All right.
Intern one, bring the CCTV.
I will, my lord.
Man, she nails that line every time.
See, that's obviously me.
Oh, wow.
I was not robbing a bank.
That is you, wow.
Who's that person in the window?
Hey, I got your.
They robbed the bank. Look, they look exactly like me. They're the one who robbed the bank. I was at the gas station.
Oh my God.
You gotta take them to jail. It wasn't me.
Here, now. Why did you commit the crime? No, I got your opinion. Well, you obviously did.
Yes, you did.
Out. Going to the jail cell. All right, you're free to go. Intern one, I'm promoting you.
Time to go rob
assistant.
another shit
Intern two, bring the big gun.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
good.
I'm realizing most advantage and disadvantage stories can be interchangeable depending on which one.
Which between you're aligned with, yeah. Oh, that was very
Sorry,
good.
we're
A very
consulting
good
our
farce.
script.
Oh, is there some changes?
We don't have it memorized our script like they did.
Oh, yeah.
We're just taking pictures.
Oh, we had 2 lines actually, like
We can't problem a lot of that.
I will, my lord.
It's fine. I'm just not doing problems with it anyway.
We figured out the best line to fit the.
All right.
It was that one.
Okay, I've got my lines.
I hope
I'm
y'all
set.
are ready for some stunning Brian fan fiction.
Yeah, because we wrote about
Better
Brian.
yourself.
Is this insensitive? Absolutely. All right, I'm ready.
Brian's got a great sense of humor about himself. He'll be
We
fine.
should send this to.
Don't
Brian.
send
I
this to
will
Brian.
not send it.
Oh,
Brian.
no, like the
No.
executive producer, writer, director.
You didn't
Oh, are
write
you not in the play?
He's not the
narrating.
casting.
Okay.
I like did all the work.
You did everything.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
So to set our scene, Brian is down bad, down horrendous. Okay.
Okay.
Man, I'm so happy that my long lost brother Brian is a total idiot, allowing me to embezzle money through my business. And to think all this time, the sector of a brother Brian has been funding my lavish lifestyle. Man, I love embezzling money.
Behold, I am from the IRS.
Then enters a servant of the Internal Revenue Service.
What for? I thought I bribed you. I mean, paid my taxes last week.
This isn't about your taxes, Brian.
Oh, no. What possibly could you be here? Or what possibly could you, what is this writing? Why are you here? Why are you here? Oh, I greatly fear that my money is not safe.
Brian, you are under arrest for the embezzlement
Wait.
of funds.
Don't worry, I could go over to my twin brother, Ryan.
He
Or
says
wait.
in an internal dialogue.
Don't worry,
I can go over to my twin brother, Ryan, and take his kidneys to pay for my debts. Change of scene. Ryan's home late one afternoon. Man, I'm down bad. Brian, it is me, your twin brother, Ryan, and I need your kidneys. Why? To pay for debts I have to the IRS because I don't pay my taxes. Why can't you use your own? I don't want to. Oh, yes.
Boom! IRS again!
Oh, no!
Alright. Ryan, you are under arrest for the embezzlement of funds from wiseguys.com.
You can't do this to me.
This is your last chance, Brian.
You'll never catch me alive.
Bang!
Yeah, that's all.
And wait, so Brian died, but
Brian died, Brian
It
lived.
says Brian.
What?
It says this is your last chance, Brian.
So Brian dies.
No, Ryan
No,
dies.
it was supposed to be Ryan.
Oh, Ryan died. So
You guys did the script wrong. It was supposed to be.
You know what? Screw this.
is this
I wrote the whole script and you just did it wrong.
You wrote dog water.
You guys are all fired. You guys did terrible at the box office. I'm never gonna get
Okay, who was supposed to die, Brian or Ryan?
Brian.
Oh, no!
Brian actually. Brian was supposed to die in the IRS.
You know what?
When did the
Ryan,
Listen, Ryan was supposed to die. The IRS agent, who is actually a mafia member, is going to take the money from
It's my
Ryan.
money now, fool!
And Ryan remains in the down bad state, not knowing his money was stolen by anyone.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
So then both of the twins get screwed.
we're done
I
here.
see, I see.
Yeah, it doesn't even say anything about a mafia member.
What are you? Did you even read the
Yes,
script?
I
It says IRS, not the mafia.
Brian.
Oh my gosh.
IRS.
Okay, okay.
We're victims of our own ambition. Okay, yeah.
Paul,
So Ryan was the one supposed to die. Man, we're
Wow,
so
that
good
was
at this.
amazing.
We were victims of our own ambition.
I fear
We
my
tried
life.
too hard and fell so far.
Oh, I feel like both were very successful.
Are these ours?
Yes, here's the key.
Sweet.
Okay, so we need Adriana, the wife of Antipholus of Ephesus. So it's not the Antipholus that we've met. It's a different Antipholus. That's Adriana is his wife, and then Luciana, her unmarried sister. So let's get the Adriana and Luciana up there. And go ahead.
Honestly, not that common.
No, she's not, but she's she's a old fashioned independent. Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned. That in such case I sent to seek his master. Sure, Luciana, it's 2 o'clock.
Perhaps a merchant in the house will find him, and from the mart has somewhere gone to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never pray. A man is mister of his liberty. Time is their master. And when they see time, they'll go or come. If so, be patient,
Why should their liberty then ours be more?
because their business still lies out there.
Look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh no, he will ride everywhere.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
Why headstrong liberty is not control.
Sorry about the confusing pages. So top of 31, Luciana.
There's nothing situate under heaven high, but half his blood is found in earth, in sea and sky. The breast of the fishes and the winged fowls are their males subject and their control. Man more divine, the master of all these, lords of the wide world and wild watery seas, endowed with intellectual sense and souls of more prominence than fish and poles, are masters of their females and their lords. Then let your will and
The swim it makes you to what?
Not this, the troubles of their marriage bed.
Well, were you wedded, you would bear some sweat.
Ere I learn, I practice to obey.
How have your husband start some otherwhere?
Till he come home again, I would.
Patience unmoved, no marvel though she paused. That can be meek that have no other cause. A wretched soul bruised with adversity. We bid be quiet when we hear it cry. But were we burdened with like weight of pain, as much more we should ourselves complain. So thou that hast no unkind mate to grieve thee. With urging helpless patience would relieve me. But if thou live to see like right there, this full begs patience and evil he loves.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Here comes your man. Now is
So enter Dromio of Ephesus, yeah.
Say, is your turning master now at hands?
Nay, is that too hands with me? In 2 years can witness.
Say, didst thou speak with him? Knowest thou his mind?
Aye. He told me his mind upon my ear. The shooting camp, I scarce could understand.
Spake he so docilely, thou couldst not feel.
Nay, he struck me so plainly, I too can feel his blow. I too well can feel his blow. And all doubtfully, I could scarce understand them.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath great care to please his wife.
My mistress, sure my master is horn mad.
Yeah, we get it, thanks.
I mean, not cuckold mad. But sure, he is stuck. I'm sorry. He asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. His dinner time, quoted by, I gold, quoted thee. Your meat doth burn, quoted by, I gold, quoted thee. Will you come, quoted by, I gold, quoted thee. Where's the 1,000 marks I gave you, Dylan? The pig, I quoted, is burned. I gold. My mistress, sir, quoth I, hang up thy mistress, and enough thy mistress, out on thy mistress.
What is who?
What if I master? I know, quoth he, no house, no wife, no mistress. For that errand due unto my tongue, I thank him, bear from upon my soul. For in conclusion, he did beat me.
Go back again, Master, and fetch him.
Go back again, beaten, new beaten home. For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I will break thy pate across.
And if you will bless that cross, the other beating between you, I shall have a holy head.
Peasant, fetch thy master home.
I am so hungry to you that like a football you spurn me thus. You spurn me hence, you shall spurn me hither. If I last in the service, you must case me in leather.
Goodbye.
By how impatient slower in your face.
His company must do his minions grace, while I at home starve from Rayla, at home the age the warring beauty took from my poor check. Then he hath wasted. Are my discourses dull, barren my wit? A foul and sharp discourse be marred, on kindness blunts it more than marble hard. Did their gay vestments his affections bait? That's not my fault, he's master of my state. What ruins are in me that can be found by him not ruined? Then he is the grand-minded features, my decayed fair, a sunny look as he would soon repair. But to unruly deer he breaks the tail and beats the home, for I am but his stale.
Self-forming jealousy by beat it.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrong dispense. I know his eye doth home it otherwhere, or what else lets it be he would be here. Sister, you know he promised me a chain, with that alone a love he would tame, so he would keep their cord with his bed. I see that you'll best in man will lose his beauty. If the gold bides, still that others touch, and often touching will bear gold. Yet no man that hath the name by falsehood and corruption doth it shame. Since that beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away and weep to die.
How many bones will serve my toes?
All right, so before we end here, tell me a little bit about these two characters. Tell me about Adriana. Yeah, let's tell me about Adriana first. What kind of a lady is she?
They seem like the peanut gallery, almost.
They remind me of the old puppets.
Yeah, exactly.
They're sitting there criticizing what's going on.
Yeah.
I like to think that Adriana's gaslighting, especially with the way she treats.
Adriana, she's like, when I say strong, independent woman, that's not right. She's strong woman, right? Like she's going to like,
Strong code.
yeah, she's gonna beat her slave, and that's, I think, perfect, right? She's a strong codependent woman. Why do you say that?
She kind of relies on practically everyone else, because like she's relying on Luciana, she relies on Dromio, she relies on her husband, everything she does is sort of based on everyone else. She's just like, well, I can't do anything if no one, like, he doesn't come home to eat.
Yeah, she's kind of using it to her advantage though, right? So it's like anything that I do that's wrong, it's because of my husband. So she's sort of like, ugh, if I look ugly, it's because my husband made me so. That's like her last speech. And if I'm, if I behave badly, it's because my husband treats me, it says poor I am, but is stale. Stale is like a prostitute. So it's like my husband treats me so poorly. That's why I have this bad temper, right? And then what's Luciana doing in the background there?
Sure thing.
She's standing up for the men, and not just the man, like not just the husband, but like all men. She's just like, well, but men are so powerful and men are so wonderful. And Adriana's like, I swear, if somebody cheated on you, you would just be like totally fine with it. And Luciana's like, yeah, because they're so great, Yeah.
It's not in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what Adriana says. It's like, well, no wonder you're not married. Like you don't have any backbone or personality of your own, basically. And Luciana's like, no, I'm not married because I'm afraid what's gonna happen. That's kind of that line. And Adriana's just like, yeah, okay, well, when you're married, then you can come talk to me about like how we treat men. And that is it for today. Let's stop there. And pick up next time. That was very successful, those plays.